Awesome. So making proper exposures, difficulties that we all face. Just more about me. I've built a traditional network marketing business for the past 4 years. So like, I understand the struggles of building teams and the difficulties we face every day. But it has to be simple, right? And it has to be duplicatable. If I was the newest person on your team, I have never done this before, right? I've never talked about opportunities. Maybe I have in a different vertical, but I've never done it here. I don't feel competent. There's some fear that you work through, right? Am I speaking to the choir here? Because like, I've seen it so many times. It's just, that's one of the biggest holdbacks for people, is like, they just don't know how to do it professionally. They're not sure what to send. They're not sure when to send it. They're not sure who to send it to. When's the appropriate time to send it? I don't want to bother someone. It's complex. I don't know what I'm doing, right? And it's almost impossible to remember what you've sent to someone. And then further, how do you know if they actually care? How do you know if they actually looked at it? How do you know if they watched that video you sent? How do you know if it's the right time? And then the one-to-many approach that's so common in the digital marketing space, right, does not work when you're trying to build an authentic one-on-one based team. It's like, it might work to capture an audience, but then to actually build something sustainable and focus on that authentic relationship, it takes a little bit more one-on-one focus, right? And so this app is literally built. It's built from the network marketing space in mind. Like, it's built by professionals. Our CEO, he's been around for 25 years, around the industry for 25 years. He's built teams of hundreds of thousands of people. And this app was built to solve all the problems that we face on a day-to-day basis. And so this is meant to be simple. It's meant to be able to share your story in the simplest way. I could be the brand newest person on your team and I have big ambitions, right? And you're like, okay, let's help you. This is what we do. Come to this app, and then we're going to go through this flow: peak, present, follow-up, testimonials, and then join. That's like your flow. And it's simple. I don't have to be an expert. I just have to know how to come into the app, find the right resources, and send them to the right people. And then you help me, and then after a month of doing that, then you can help coach me based off of some real numbers and say, okay, maybe let's tweak your verbiage here a little bit. Maybe you just got to be talking to more people, and so it's so powerful because it takes out the complexity and it makes it super simple. So as a leader perspective, down to the newest person, it's simple and it helps you duplicate. And then the one-to-one focus of the relationship. This is not mass spam marketing. This is not that. This was built for me to send it to you. And then, but because you're going to be talking to so many people, right? You're having multiple conversations going on simultaneously with different people, right? It's meant to keep you organized, which is very important, because before I used this app, I let so many people fall through the cracks because I was having so many different conversations, right? But I didn't have a good system to organize it, to follow up with those people. And so I put in all this effort, but I was really only capitalizing off like 30-40% of it, because I was letting all those other percent of people fall through the cracks because I just didn't have the capacity to follow up with them. But that's why this app is so important, because you can track everything. You have activity logs off each contact. And so the only way that I tell people about opportunities or products is through my app. It's the only way. It's the only way I know how to do it now, is because it's just made me so much more efficient. And I've increased my recruiting by 200% in my personal business by using this technology. So that's why it's so important. The only way you guys are going to know how to share the story about eXp is going to be through the app, because it just saves you so much time. So we're just going to jump straight to the app. If you have it, you can follow along with me. If not, this is going to be recorded, so you can come into the app, into the coaching section, and you'll be able to see it and come and review it again. But my goal for you guys today is, you have the app, you have some contacts in the app. So let's start sending stuff to the right people. So you should have, if we're in the contact section, you should have some people in here. We talked about how to add contacts last time. Real quick 5-second version. You just click this button, and then you can import some contacts from your phone if you don't have any in here yet, or you can just go through and add some. Or there's a way you can import a CSV file. I know lots of you have good built out lists, but that's last week's training, so you can go and rewatch that video if you're wanting to do that. But you have a contact. So let's say James. I ran into him. We were old friends from a while ago. He went a total different route in life, but he's looking to change. He's looking to get into a different industry. And we had a conversation about real estate, right? And he's like, oh my gosh, I've been looking to do something like that. And so you had that conversation with him, okay? Or however it goes. I know there's so many different variations, iterations of how that goes in your guys' industry, right? But there is interest. The need has been spoken about. So there's been some thing that led you to want to share eXp with him, right? So I have James in my app. I have some notes. I believe if you click on notes and it looks like this, he's taken the survey. So just this is an example of what the survey results would look like. So you could come here and I'll show you guys how to send the survey. But this is where you find the answers to a survey someone takes, is in the notes of the contact. But let's say, just imagine this is my first time I'm connecting with him. I want to send him a resource. Send resource. And it pulls up your guys' resource funnel. And so I want to go through the opportunity. And let's say it's my very first time connecting with him. I'm going to go to peak. And let's say my conversation, this is where your guys' expertise comes in a big time. Like you have to gauge the conversation. You got to gauge where they're at and kind of come and study these resources to know the appropriate thing to send them. Because maybe we had talked for 20 minutes in Starbucks and because I ran into him in Starbucks, we had a conversation and he was just asking questions. He was really eager. And so I had given him a little bit more detail. It really wouldn't make sense for me to send him a survey. Then I would maybe go the sizzle video. I could select the sizzle video and text it to him. And then send him the link. And then the cool thing is I can come to the activity log and I can see that I sent him a sizzle video today. And then when he clicks on that, I will be able to see, it'll look like down here where it says clicked link. I'll be able to see that he clicked on the video link. And then I can see what percentage of the video he watched, when he watched it. I've had people watch my stuff at 2 a.m. before. And then I wake up, I come in my app, I check on activity log and I see that they watched the video. And then I follow up with them that day because I know that they took the time to watch it. And then it's appropriate time. So it takes away that, oh, I don't want to bother them. No, you're not bothering them. You're following up with them. It's weird if you don't follow up with them, right? So, but you know when to. It's the timeliness that makes you stand out above anything else. It cuts through all that noise because your follow-up is like the timing is impeccable. So sizzle, you can see they watched the sizzle video. You sent it. So that's one way you can do it. Another way is you can let's think. I'll teach you guys how to take a survey and push it to social media. Who's using social media? Do you guys have followings on social media? Do you use it to connect with people? No one uses social media. Okay, so Ron, I'll run through a brief example, and then I'll just give you some examples because this is really where brain juices start to flow, and you guys, your creativeness comes into this. But specifically for when I'm using a survey, you don't start through a contact. So I'm going to come to my resource and let's go find the survey. So opportunity, peak, and then I'm going to grab this 1-minute survey. And then let's just, as an example, I want to push it to social media. I'm going to push it to Facebook. And so I come here to this share button and I'm going to find Facebook. And so it copies something to the clipboard, but this link that pulls them straight into the survey. And so maybe you post a cool like meme or a little video or a cool picture, or something that catches people's attention. And that's where your expertise comes into play. But you can post, and then you create something. You can even use ChatGPT to like quick sentence attention grabber on the real estate space or something. I don't know enough about your industry. This is where you guys come into play. But you can say, are you looking to change your financial future? Are you looking to take your real estate business to the next level? Something along those lines. And then you can post this and just, I'm gonna set this to only me, just for the sake of, because this would actually go to my Facebook. So people would be highly confused, but let's only me, next, share. Boom. So what happens is this is what people would see. So they saw your post and they're like, what is this? And then they click the survey, take a quick 1-minute survey. And then they take this and then they fill out first, last, email, and phone number. So remember, you don't have their contact information yet. This is someone that you haven't talked to yet on social media. You posted the survey, they filled it out, and then you get a notification from your app saying that you have a new contact, someone that filled out your survey, and then you get a notification from your app saying you have a new contact to follow up with them. And then here's the answers from their survey. And so boom, you have a new contact in your app, a new lead per se to follow up with. And you have their first name, last name, email, and phone number. And so that's super powerful. I've seen people, there's this one guy in a different industry. He posted one survey to social media and he had 300 people fill it out, submit it. So he had 300 people to follow up with. Isn't that crazy? That's like awesome. So that's some examples of how you could use the survey, and people get really creative with it. People they put the link in like the bio of their LinkedIn, or there's so many different things you could do with it. So that's an option. Coming back to the app, so you can grab that link to the survey and put it there. But if you were going to text someone the survey, let's say you met me and you're like, hey, let's stay in touch. Would you mind if I send you a quick survey? I'm doing some market research on the real estate industry right now, and I'm just curious, could I send you a survey? Oh, absolutely, sure. And yeah, it'll only take you like a minute to fill out. Okay, yeah, just send it over. The way you would start that is you invite them to send the survey first. And there's lots of reasons behind this, but it helps if you just send some link and it was that first text you'd ever sent that person. A lot of times it gets blocked by a spam filter by carriers like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, like they have spam filters. And so like you're paying them to send your messages, right? But it doesn't get sent because of spam filters. But the way around it is you have to have some previous conversation going. And so that's why we use this pre-written message. So if we click here, it'll tell you send this pre-written text first to invite prospects to answer a quick survey. By getting a response to the text, your survey link will get delivered and won't be blocked by spam filters by your service provider. So that's the first step if you're going to text a survey, is you want to send this pre-written message, and it's literally just a text that you can customize, but it is inviting someone to take that survey. But a lot of people start with surveys. Surveys, we call it the problem aware method, but it makes people start to think maybe there is a better way to do what I'm doing, and then the survey, it gives you some really detailed answers, so you know how to speak to that person, you know how to speak their language, you know what their pain points are, so you can really connect with them where they're at, right? So surveys are important. And then once they fill out that survey and they submit their information, they are pulled to watch that sizzle video right away. So, and then you can see that in the activity log if they've watched the video after they filled out the survey. So they're getting the information, and then the presentation video, that's the next step. This is cool. So it's a 23-minute video. If you guys haven't watched it, go and watch this. Does this look familiar? Have you guys seen this video? Yep. Awesome. If you haven't, then come and study the resources, because you're going to understand the appropriate time to use these resources and send them to the right people. Join now, book a call. And the cool thing is, you guys, is it's not coming from other people, it's coming from you. It literally, it's a landing page that's branded to you. Your contact information is here. Your book me link is here. Your social links are here. So it's not pulling to Nathan. It's not pulling to Ron. It's pulling to you, right? It's built for you. So when you send it through the app, it comes back to you, which is really powerful. Okay. And then the follow-up, the 7% listing script. So you can come study this. And they're all it's all quick resources. Remember, you're not supposed to be the guy. Like, this is just resources that introduce you to the cool people, right? Like, if I was a news person, I would be really intimidated if I had to be the guy. But all you have to do is send the right tools, send the right resources. And then testimonials. Testimonials are really powerful because it builds belief. So you can come, once again, you have to come and study these so you know which one to send to the right person. And then the join, which ties back to you. This would be attached to you. So that's your funnel of all the different resources. But if you were sending it, remember, this is built to be a one-to-one connection. So if you were going to send it to James, you just start in the contact. You always start in the contact, and then you click on their contact, send a resource, and then you send the appropriate resource. And when you do that, that's, if you send it through the contact, that's what makes it trackable. So because it's their activity is attached to that contact. So that's why it's so important to start in the contact for the trackable link part of it. Okay, back to our slides, then I'll open up to questions. Our challenge for you guys is to go through your resources and just get familiar with them. That's, even if you took a good 10 minutes of just clicking through, watching a little bit of the videos, just so you understand what you have access to, because there's been a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of strategy put into these resources to help you go and look like a professional in the agent attraction space. Like, it's supposed to just save you so much time. So just go and look, go and get familiar with it, and then choose a couple that, and I know it's going to make you guys start thinking of people like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for this person. Oh, and this person. Oh my gosh, and that person, oh, this would be so perfect, right? Like, that's what's supposed to start to happen. And then do that 3 times with 3 different contacts. Identify 3 people that you want to send something to, and just get in there and make a mess. And then next week, we're going to talk about your digital business card, and I will help you guys clean up any mess that you made during the week. Like, I tried to do this and I got stuck. Okay, then we can talk about it next week, and we can help you guys connect the dots. But the digital business card is a super powerful tool. There's oh my gosh, I've seen some cool things, some really cool results from using the digital business card. I know people who pay $30 a month specifically just for a digital business card, and you have it included in your guys' app from a QR code, from a shareable link that you can push to your bio on LinkedIn or Instagram. It's such a versatile tool. You can even put it on your like home screen of your phone, so you don't even have to go into the app. You can just put your QR code there. Lots of cool things. You could print it off, put it on your actual physical business cards, on signs. I've seen people make a bumper sticker with their digital business card QR code. So lots of cool things we'll go over next week. But now it's question time. Do anyone have any questions for me on their resources in their app? Awesome. Okay, well, I'm serious. I want your guys' feedback. So I want you to get in there and just go through the resources, because the only way we can get better is with your guys' field use and then some feedback. So my challenge, I'm serious. I want you guys to go and just try it out. Try sending some resources, and then come back next week and tell me how it went, if you had some engagement with it, and we'll go from there, because I would love to know how it's going for you guys. Ron.
I just wanted to confirm that the only way to see those resources is to upgrade to Pro, right?
There should be some resources available in the standard. What do you see when you go to resources? Is there anything available?
Yeah, they should be able to see resources that are on standard are the 1-minute survey, the presentation, George Hunton leads Remax under testimonials.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, then just start using those. You could send the survey, and then that leads them to that short sizzle video. And then once they watch that, then you can send them the presentation video. And then from there, you can send them a testimonial that's available. So you just start there. And then if you upgrade to Pro, then it unlocks a lot more of those features, but you don't need them to get started. You know, you can absolutely start. The whole goal is to empower you guys to just go and share this with people, right? And so you have enough in the standard to make that happen, but there is a lot more features. It's kind of like the Ferrari is the Pro version. Like, you're gonna go real fast with the Pro version, but you can absolutely start with the standard and get the job done.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep. Awesome, guys. Well, if there's any questions, now you have to save them to next week, but I will see you guys next week. But seriously, go and send some resources. Let me know how it goes next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Savannah.
Okay. Have a great week, guys. Bye.